In this video, we will be learning two things. One is how to create an array of objects. Then also there is a student challenge. So let us do it as a part of student challenge. So in this challenge, you have to write two classes. One class is for a subject and the next is for a student. A student is a university student or a college student. So the properties of a student class are roll number, name, department and list of subjects he has selected. So this list of subjects will be array of subjects. So before writing a class for student, we will learn how to create objects of a class subject. So first of all, let us write a class for subject. Now the first task in this challenge is you have to write a class for subject. I will explain it first of all. See, there are some properties of a class subject, that is subject ID, name. A number is given to a subject, that is subject ID, and this is the name of a subject, and this is maximum marks of a subject, means maximum how many marks can be scored by a student, and this is the marks that are obtained by a student in that particular subject. So these are the properties. Now you have to decide the data type of all these properties, and then you have to write on a class with all property methods, and also you have to write on constructor for this one. So you decide what should be the data type of these properties and what should be the property methods and how a constructor should be, whether 1 or 2 or 3, how many constructors are possible, you write on that. So pause the video and write on the class, then afterwards we will discuss about this one. See, the data type of a subject ID should be a string. Then for name also it is a string. Maximum marks, it is numeric type. There are no decimal values, so let us take it as integer. And then the marks obtained is also a integer. So hope you have got these properties. Now next is property methods. In the property methods, you can have get method for all of them. Get xx method for all of them, like get subject ID, get name, get max marks, then marks obtain also, get marks obtain. So all the properties should have get method. Then what about set method? You can write set method for what? Subject ID should not have set method, you cannot change it. And for the same subject ID, whatever the name of a subject is, it will never change. If the name is changed, means it's a new subject, so it should have a new subject ID. Then maximum marks, if you think they can be changed, okay, you can have set method for this. Then marks obtained, you can have a set method. So it's only two set methods possible, right? Set max marks and set marks obtained. Then what about a constructor? You cannot have non-parameterized constructor. You must have a constructor which must take a subject ID, right? SID and name of a subject. This is mandatory. Subject ID and name of a subject. Then later you can set maximum marks and the marks obtained. Otherwise, you can have one more constructor, that is subject, which should take these two things as well as maximum marks and the marks obtained also. So in short, I wrote max and m. So you can have one more constructor like this. So you can have two constructors, right? This is mandatory. You cannot have non-parameterized, right? So one will take subject ID and name, another one takes subject ID, name and maximum marks as well as the marks obtained, and one more without marks obtained, just subject ID, name and the maximum marks. Marks obtained you can set it later on. So hope you have written this class by yourself. Now I have the class ready. I will show you, then also I will show you how to create array of objects. See, the class subject is there, which is having fields that are properties, subject ID, name, maximum marks and marks obtained. I have written only one constructor which is taking subject ID, name and the maximum marks. Okay, so other constructors you can add, and see, the parameter name is sub ID and the property name is also sub ID. So when you refer to this property, you should say this dot sub ID assigned with sub ID. If I remove this, then compiler will get confused here. This means sub ID assign sub ID. You can see that both are turned into orange color because this local parameter is an orange color, but this property is in green color. This is a keyword used as a reference to the current object, means this object only. So subject ID of this object, so where is it? This is the one. Then just subject ID means the one that is coming as parameter. So for all of them I have used the same name and I have used this. Okay. Then these are all get methods, 4 get methods. I have written one more method, that is qualified. This will take the marks and check whether a student, these marks are greater than the maximum or not, if the given marks are qualifying marks or not. Then I have two set methods that are for maximum marks and marks obtained. Then I have written one more method, that is qualified or not. If the obtained marks are greater than or equal to 40%, then student has passed. So this is 40% divided by 10 into 4 gives 40% of this maximum marks. So if the marks obtained are greater than or equal to 40% of maximum marks, then he is qualified. And it is returning Boolean. So if this condition returns true, then it will return true. If the result of the condition is false, then it will return false. Then I have written one more method called toString, which will return a string in which I am displaying details of a subject, all the details of a subject. This is a class, so class is ready. Now let us create array of objects. Now finally we are at array of objects. So first of all we must have a class, so that's why we have written a class. Now we will take subject subs array assign new subject of size 3. So I am taking 3 subjects. So what is this? I will show you diagrammatically. Subs, the array that we are creating, is a reference to an array of subjects, 3 subjects, 0, 1, 2. So is it an object, this one? No, this is not an object. This is a reference to an object. All these 3 are references to object. So if you have the idea of C++ programming, then these are pointers to objects. These are not objects, right? So they are called as references here. We don't say pointers or anything in Java. Okay, and there are no pointers in Java. So we say reference. These are references to objects. These are not actual object. So we must create an object of a subject. Object of a subject will have all these properties, right? Subject ID, name, and maximum marks and marks obtained. All 3 things will be there. Then this should be referring to this one. So this will be an object. We have to create this one. This is not yet created. Remember this. This is just a reference. Then for this also I should create one more object containing all the properties, all the 4 properties. Then one more object containing all 4 properties. These has to be created separately, individually. So let us create this. Now, subs of 0 at first index, that is 0th index, I will create a new object, that is subject, which take the arguments, that is subject ID. So that is S101. I am giving the ID as S101 and the name is DS, data structures. Then next is maximum marks are 100. Okay. Then next is subs of 1, second object I am creating, new subject object I am creating. This is S102 and the subject name is algorithms. Okay. And the maximum marks are 100 for this one. Then next third object I am creating, subs of 2 assign new subject, and this subject ID I will give it as S103 and the subject name is operating system. Then maximum marks are 100. So I have given few subjects from that is computer science course, data structures, algorithms, and operating systems. So these are the subjects I have created. Now if you look into the diagram, you can see that for S of 0 I have assigned an object. So this is a data structure object, and this is an algorithm object, and this is the operating system object. Okay, all those values are filled here. All those values are filled, right, like this. So this is how array of objects are created. See, I was filling different type of values every time. If this can be done using for loop, you can do it using for loop. Now, creation was not possible here using for loop, but a display it is possible. Subject S from subs. So let us print them. System.out.println print s. Let us run. Yes, system.out.println is calling two string methods, so it is printing subject id, name, and marks obtained are 0 here. I'm not displaying maximum marks. So subject id algorithm, name is algorithm, and the marks obtained are 0, and the third subject. All three subjects are shown here, right? See, this two string method will be called automatically by system.out.println, which is printing subject id, name, and marks obtained. So using this for loop, I am printing all of them. So that's all. I have shown you how to create array of objects. Now the next task, I will explain about student class, and you have to write on a student class that will complete this challenge. Now you have to write a class for student where the properties are roll number, name, and department name like CSE, mechanical, or civil, whatever the engineering department it may be, or science department, whatever the department name is. Then you should have array of subjects. So you can take all the subjects he has selected in a course, or you can take few subjects, 2-3 subjects you can take as an example. So you have to take an array of subjects here. So already I have shown you array of subjects, right? So now listen, what are the things that you have to do? You should define the data types of all these properties, right? String or integer, whatever it is, you decide. Okay. Then after this, you should write on property methods. So you should write on get method for all of them, right? Get method. Now what about the subjects? The subjects get method should return array of all the subjects. Get subjects. So it should return array of all the subjects. Then set methods for, can you change the roll number or the name of a student? No. Department, I don't know. Is it possible or not in some colleges or universities if he can change a department during his course? Maybe possible. So you can have set method. Now subjects, set method must be there because the subjects has to be selected during the course. So you should have one method for set subjects. Okay. For this you should take a ellipse, right? Variable arguments, vararg. Use vararg to set all the subjects. Then finally you have to write down constructors. That's all. Okay. So already we have done enough examples. Now you can do it by yourself. Okay. So if you want any help, you can check the link in the resource. You will find this class there along with the subject class. So write down these properties and the methods, get set methods, as well as the constructors for the student class. So that's all in this video.